Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vase. Let's just jump right into it. No announcements. Just wanted to get a quick show in. Like I sat down, about to do some work in front of my computer. And it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can get this done in 15 minutes, though if I start looking at the live chat, that ain't gonna happen. But we can start it off quick. As usual, update on the Unconfiscatable conference. We have the poker game happening 7 p.m. on Friday. And the carnivory dinner is currently sold out. So is the poker game at the moment. So the 10 seats that we put up this week, they're all gone. We'll put up at least 5 more seats, possibly 10 more. I think we're about maybe 70 seats are in, maybe about 10 to 15 celebrities, crypto celebrities haven't paid up yet. So there will be a few more seats up for sale. Maybe I'll leave like 5 seats left for like, if we have them. Like, I don't mind having a few seats the day of. I'm sure somebody will pick them up. That's it. We have replaced Willy Woo. Picture is coming. I'll make an announcement tomorrow, probably. We'll probably do a show tomorrow. I'm working on a really cool guest for tomorrow. That'd be awesome. Oh, maybe not tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so maybe the day after. It's all right. It's coming. We got 33 tickets left at this price. Then the price goes up. I got 2 VIP tickets left because 2 people didn't pay, so we put those back up. All right. Man, I still got to figure out what I'm doing with my webinars and stuff, but I have ideas. I'll announce it in the new year. Okay. Let's go to the charts. The monthly chart, we have a day to go. Today is the 30th. We have the rest of today and we have tomorrow. To me, it's gonna be all about the shadow or the wick, however you like to refer to it. What is this button? Toggle maximize pan. Interesting. What does that do? Oh, that's what it does. Okay, got it. Okay, so if the shadow is longer than the body and the shadow above the candle, that is a bullish sign, and we still have a chance to get into this cluster of death, as I'd like to call it, over the next 2 months. The cluster of death takes place at $5,000. Next, the weekly chart. The weekly chart just had a little bit of a bounce. We're back to above 3,800. I really want to see this above 3,900 by tomorrow night. Like, if we're in this $3,800 vicinity, if we're hovering right at 3,800, that's somewhat neutral. If we're hovering around 3,700 or lower, that's somewhat bearish. But if we can get this above 3,900 by the close of day tomorrow, that's going to be somewhat bullish. Oh, wait, today's Sunday. Oh, man. If we can get this up to 3,900 by end of day today, not tomorrow, that would be somewhat bullish for next week. But tomorrow is also critical. So the next 2 days are somewhat critical. As of right now, you know what? We'll talk about this on tomorrow's video. I really want to see how it's going to close. I'm being an optimist here. I would love to see this close in a vicinity of 3,900, and then I'll be bullish going into next week. The daily chart is totally neutral. It's not giving you one way or another. We made it down to the red 6, but now it becomes a little bit tricky. In order for us to get a red 9, we got to go down quite a bit. The CMF remains in a very bad posture, but at least it's getting close to 0. Maybe it'll sneak into positive territory. It's just not very good at the moment. This is the 8-hour chart. Now, I don't care for the 8-hour chart. Let's go to the 12-hour chart. All right, here's the 12-hour chart. The 12-hour chart is still in this pattern to me. It's this inverse head and shoulders. For me, it's also a cup and handle only because it's less to draw. Not sure if I can fudge this much more. It is more of a head and shoulders. You can probably just copy this. and paste it. To me, it's more of a, can I just move it? Yes, I can. To me, I mean, it's a head and shoulders, so I'm just drawing it in the form of cups and handles. It's the same shit, basically. So you can draw it like that. I can draw it like that. And it's not perfect. It is a bit more on a slant. I guess you can draw it on a slant. If I take this and I put it here. Yeah, I mean, you can draw. I'm just too lazy to draw the inverse head and shoulders, right? But you get the idea. You have the slanted line. You have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. I'm not a huge fan of the head and shoulder stuff. I'm looking at the comments. You said there was no way it was a head and shoulders. That's impossible. There's no way I would say that. I just don't care for head and shoulders because to me, a head and shoulders is always a cup and handle anyway. So what's the point? Why would I say this is not a head and shoulders? It clearly looks like a head and shoulders. I just don't care for the pattern. That's all. Hey, Nick, I see you're on. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I haven't looked at the NVT in a while. I really should, get Willie on here and we'll talk. It's just coordination, right? Like it was like, oh, why don't you have Willie on? Well, because I gotta text him in advance and we gotta pick a time and we gotta stick to the time. It's a lot of effort. Here's the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart's kind of useless. I'm not gonna bother. Everything else is on a weekend. There's really no reason to look at it. Like the stock market's on a weekend. Yeah, this is my long-term view of the Dow. I gotta publish this somewhere or maybe do another presentation on it. I wish I had time to draw more long-term charts. I mean, like, hey guys, throw questions at me. There's really nothing else I have to say. Nothing is really going on with Bitcoin other than the week's coming to an end. And yeah, I'm gonna S&P futures are gonna open later tonight, so we can take a look at those tonight. Maybe I can do a video early tomorrow morning or something before market opens. I'm really curious what the stock market's gonna do. I'm looking at the live chat, guys. If you don't, if I don't see any good questions, then we're gonna cut it at like 10 minutes in. Hikinashi on monthly candles. Let's take a look. Here's the monthly candles. Let's go to Hikinashi. Ooh, nice. I like it. I like it. Hikinashi takes out a lot of the noise. It uses a lot of the averages. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, let me take care of that. Ethan, so check this out. So my long-term chart, where is it? On the Dow. Crap. How do I, it's in settings somewhere. Is it this? Crap. Where is the setting? There's a setting to make this public, but I forgot where it is. Is it in here? Oh, here it is. Somewhere here, right? Sharing. There you go. Like guys, I'm not it's a great chart. I spent about 3 days putting it together. I didn't come up with this idea. I saw this chart in like 2012. Somebody did this chart in 2012 and they never updated it. And I looked around for the person that made this chart in 2012 for an update, and they never did an update. So I just did the update, right? I took a lot of their ideas. I took a lot of their concept of the chart, but then I added a lot of my own stuff as well. Yeah, so now this chart's public. If you want to see this chart, grab the URL and just type that URL in, and you're good to go. All right, the Hikinashi. Well, the Heikin-Ashi takes out a lot of the noise, and I thank you for your tips. I'll get to those questions in a second. Heikin-Ashi takes out a lot of the noise, and we can make this big scale. I like it. You know, we had a 9 right at the low. We had a couple of 9s here, here, and we had a beautiful 913 at the high. That's great. We now had a 9 at the low. But the question is, the month is about to end, and that's not a very bullish candle. And that's unfortunate because I have a feeling this might lead to, you know, a 13 count to the downside. So we have potentially at least 13 more months of downside, and it will probably be more than 13 months of downside, right? Because they don't have to be consecutive. That's what this is telling me right now. Unless there's some kind of a monster rally tomorrow, which is not going to happen. While this 9 being a good thing, I would look for a 1 to 4 month correction to the upside. The way this 9 candle looks, like, hey guys, if I turn this chart upside down, this 9 candle to me looks very, very similar to this 9 candle here. Like, man, it's eerie similar, right? You had a big candle beforehand, and then a 9 with a bit of a tail. And that's what happened here. And then look, we continued going up into the countdown phase. This is the 13 from this 9. This is the aggressive 13 from this 9 back in June of 2016. This is the sequential 13 from this 9 that took place back in June 2016. And this is the combo 13 from the second 9 that took place. And that came in on its own TD9. So we never got the sequential or the aggressive from that second 9 because this 9-13 combo reversed the price. Not because it reversed the price, but it happened to happen on the same month. And I mean, I know Bitcoin is different. And see, this was a little bit better, right? This was a better type of 9, and we had a little bit of a correction and you know, pause, and then we went up. So this is just like if I saw this in any other asset but Bitcoin, I would be like, man, this thing is going to go down into the countdown phase for at least 13 to 20 more candles of downside, which means up to 2 more years of downside, which would be a disaster for, you know, the world of Bitcoin. So I don't think that's going to happen. All right, I got a bunch of questions. Some of them are tipped questions. Let me get to the tipped questions first. Oh man, I wish I had somebody helping me with questions today. All right, let me see here. What's up with gold? I need to talk with Tyler about gold. Maybe we'll do it soon. I'm actually going to visit Tyler. Maybe we'll do an episode in a couple of weeks about gold. Don't worry, nothing's going to change that much. Can you talk about the Bitcoin timeframes? I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, I made that long chart public. I don't care about hidden divergence. Not a concept I pay attention to. Stocks to buy. I don't have any stock recommendations for you guys right now. I've been out of the loop for too long. I want to stop screen share. Why you don't look at RSI? I do look at RSI. I just don't look at it every day. I just don't feel like looking at it now. What is the possibility of Bitcoin decoupling with most of the altcoins to mark market bottom? Very high probability. That's what I've been saying. I'm not gonna call the end of a bear market until I see Bitcoin decouple from the shitcoins. CMF going negative on the 12-hour, half reliance. All right, how will? Whoa, what happened there? Whoa, okay. How will transactions be confirmed when all 21 million Bitcoins are mined? If no one is mining, who will confirm transactions? What do you mean? I mean, 21. Why are you worried about something that's going to happen after you're dead, right? Like all 21 million Bitcoins will not be mined for like 20 to 30 more years. like it would be a miracle if most of us are like alive by then, right? Like I'm getting old already, right? I think I'm in good shape. I'll be around. I plan to be around in 20 years. But any case, transaction fees. Plus, when you're mining that last quarter Bitcoin, that quarter Bitcoin could be worth $100,000. Like it'll be fine. I mean, I don't worry about that stuff. It's been talked about hundreds of times. Litecoin to 50 cents when Bitcoin hits bottom, probably. How come you never talk about the Tom DeMark trend lines? Because I never use them in my trading. I'm not too familiar with them. There's things I gotta learn, guys. I mean, I can either stream and teach you the things that I know, or I can stop and disappear and learn new things before I can teach them to you, right? So I'm not an expert at DeMark trend lines, just the sequential. Tone, you've said that BACT is not a huge deal, just glorified exchange with security. But don't you think that a lot of new big money will be using BACT to enter the space? Maybe. I don't know that, right? Like, I don't think that. I have no idea. Like, if big money wants to enter the space, they'll enter the space, like BACT or no BACT. Tone, Days for London workshop. Probably the day after the conference, right? So whatever that conference is. When is that conference? Hold on. Let me get that conference for you. We'll get it listed. We'll get it listed like next week. I'm trying to get to the conference. Advancing Bitcoin. Here's the I'm not doing screen share. So the conference Advancing Bitcoin takes place 7th and 8th. So sometime after the 8th, right? Could be the 9th, could be the 10th. It will be on Saturday, probably. So it's the week. I have to check when the conference is. It will be right after the conference on 7th and 8th. All right, next. If you were a miner with 100 plus GPUs, what would you mine to gain your Bitcoin count? I have no idea. Whatever is most profitable to mine. Guys, the Bitcoin is important. Everything else isn't. You mine the other shit coins to get more Bitcoin. So if you have GPUs, which are useless to mine your Bitcoin, you mine whatever is profitable. If there's a coin actually called shitcoin and it's most profitable to mine, that's what you're mining to get more Bitcoin. Uh, 31-day candles. They clean up a lot of the noise relative to TD also. Yeah, but that could be just a coincidence, right? Because 31-day candles kind of skew the monthly outlook. Like I wish we had a more balanced outlook. Nick, you just sent me an article. What is it? I guess it's an article explaining Heikinashi. I can do screen share and show it. Oh, let me just go through these questions. I don't know when Bitcoin's going to bottom, guys. Hey, Chris, thank you for your little donation. When told cash in the stock market back in October, should I go back into VTI or are you seeing more pain? You know what? It's a good question for tomorrow. I'm kind of bullish the stock market right now. I wish I wasn't so busy at the end of last week to just pick some up off that 9. But I just wasn't paying attention. Like, I didn't even know we bounced that strong the rest of that day. I just, like, I'm not sitting in front of the market, guys. It's just maybe in a few years I will, I'll start full-time trading again and stop the YouTube channel. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I can't talk about Tom DeMark trend lines because I'm not an expert at Tom DeMark trend lines. Sam, thank you for your donation. When will you update percentages? Yeah, I guess I should in the new year, maybe tomorrow. And what is the current percent you have already seen bottom in Bitcoin? Very small. Let me think about that tonight. Maybe I'll send out a tweet later. I'll send out tweets. I want the year to end. I'll send out some tweets next week. When will Bitcoin hit 2,800 resistance? 2,800 is not resistance. It can't be resistance. We haven't hit 2,800. It's just a poorly phrased question. I can't think about it too hard. How do you think the market will be on the first day of 2019? Which market? Stock market or Bitcoin market? New fiscal year. Do you think it brings more liquidity? Weekly chart tells me it's going up. The weekly chart is slightly bullish right now, but let's see how it closes. It would have been cool if the week closed at year end, but it's just one day off. So it should be fine. Let's just wait 2 more days. All right, hold on, let me see here. Man, the chat's scrolling fast. How many people we have watching? So many in the live chat. Wow, 1,300. All right, let me. I should have probably, before I did question, I should have probably got someone to help me with the questions. Let's see. Do you think that there could be a major sell-off tomorrow from people cashing out their positions? No, I think anyone like that cared about their taxes already cashed out their positions. Like doing it tomorrow makes no sense. I don't think any coin. I mean, it does make sense, but I think the majority of the smart people already figure all that stuff out. No, I can't tell you what my typical play on GBTC looks like because I don't have 3.5 hours to teach you everything I know over YouTube. And 3.5 hours would be covering it short. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I can't teach 12 years of my trading knowledge on free videos, right? Maybe I'll do it in paid workshops. And even that, you'll need like to sit with me for a week. Like, this stuff isn't easy. Like, you don't just learn how to be a trader from a do it yourself in 3 hours document. That's not how it works. Tone, is it better to stay in a bear market until the Lightning Network is fully up? But that's the thing, right? The Lightning Network is never going to be fully up, right? It's like saying, hey, when is the SegWit going to be fully up? Well, SegWit is still not fully up, right? SegWit is like 50% up, right? Because companies that hate Bitcoin and want Bitcoin to die, like blockchain.info and BitPay and Zappo, or maybe Zappo finally started using SegWit. Who the hell knows? Like there's no such thing as fully up, right? No, Bitcoin works fine. I send all my transactions under 5 cents like, every day. All right, let's see. All right, thank you for more questions, guys. Ben, Tone, are you being controlled by Netflix? What? And what possible strategies do you have for navigating your way through multiple timeframes? I don't know what to say to that. But thank you for your donation. Do you think that Bitcoin ETF will be approved in 2019? Absolutely not. Next. Look a little like De Niro from Taxi Driver. You know what? I really, you guys are going to kill me. I've actually never seen Taxi Driver. I should probably watch it. Am I coming to Dallas, Texas? I don't think so, but I will probably be at BitBlock Boom. I'm not sure if they have a website. So BitBlock Boom is coming back. I don't think it's in Dallas. I'm not sure where it is. It's in Texas, though. BitBlock Boom Conference. I'm like Google. I know I don't have screen share. BitBlock Boom Conference. I don't think I'm on the speaker list. I should probably tell them. I do plan to go. It's just so far in advance. And I just don't like committing that far in advance. What are the dates? Sales start January 15th, but what are the conference dates? It's in August. I have the dates on my calendar. But anyway, there's a conference in Texas. Since I'll be in Texas, I'll do a workshop in Texas somewhere in line with the conference. August 17th and 18th. It is in Dallas. It is in Dallas. Looks like Dallas or right outside of Dallas. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'll probably be there. I mean, the conference is in August, so you got plenty of time. So I'll be there. Do I like playing chess? I know how to play chess. I don't know. It doesn't fully answer your question. Jimmy and I had a big chess game over in Prague. What do I know about that Vincent 15? I know nothing. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. I know nothing. When Bitcoin falls short, I don't know what that means either. Guys, please phrase your question in the form of a question. Nick, thank you for your $1. Excellent. Buy me a cup of coffee tomorrow. Thank you. So I'm not sure what the point was. Yeah, if you have a question, just throw it in there. You mentioned that Bitcoin should never go back ahead of the channel you drew. If it does, hence the next bull market, would you call it another bubble? Probably. Probably. What crypto wallets do I use? I use all the hardware wallets. I have them all except for the cold card. I have the cold card. It's in Vegas waiting for me. I have all the other ones. I have Trezor, the Ledger, I have a Keep Key. I've tested most of them. People give me products, right? People give me gifts. And for the phones, I like Green Address and Green Bits. Samurai is my first choice at the moment. And I still like Edge because of its user-friendly. It's also shitcoin friendly, but it's user-friendly. All right, guys, video's getting too long. Thank you so much for your donations. And no, Starbucks is not working with back. That's ridiculous. Reread that article. That's not what it says. Is Tron a shitcoin? Of course it's a shitcoin. So is Neo. Guys, they're all shitcoins. ADA too. If Bitcoin is supposed to be freedom, why is it controlled by miners? It's not controlled by miners, guys. It was proven that it's not controlled by miners. Why? Where do you get this bullshit? The user-activated soft fork proved that nodes control Bitcoin, not miners. Hey, Jack. You and Nick Core want to know about my max bench. I don't have a max bench because I don't bench. So I don't bench bars. I don't like bars. And I was never good on a max bench. I can tell you that I think I've done like 50-pound dumbbells, like maybe 50 reps or something like that, something crazy. I've done 90 push-ups in a row. So I don't really do max bench. So I don't know. I don't even know what it is, right? What do you think about Bitcoin being proof of work, mined? But guys, come on. The POS is a socialist communist system. Well, proof of keys, I still think proof of keys is not going to do much. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day on this one. And thank you all for watching. And oh, yeah, I'm not sure what that article Nick posted, but check that out. Oh, yeah, you posted it in the group chat. So anybody else could have clicked on it too. All right, perfect. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.